Hi, this is the thing that I'm most passionate about when it comes to WW, and it is using your weeklies. I've posted about it before and I will post about it again. As far as I'm concerned, those weeklies make this a lifestyle change and not a diet. Without those weeklies, this would be a diet and I would not have succeeded. I would not have got to go, and it would be a moot point because seriously it wouldn't have happened. Those weeklies are what make this livable, doable, make it enjoyable, and that's it. As far as I'm concerned, that's what my weeklies are for. I know people that don't use their weeklies, and if you don't want to use your weeklies, that's absolutely fine. But my thinking is, when I first started, I'd already done 8 months with Slimming World. I had lost a significant amount of weight with Slimming World. I'd lost 7 stone 6 pounds in 8 months. I decided to swap and I joined WW, and I was following the old Smart Points plan, which is now the green plan pretty much, but with rollovers now. Didn't have rollovers then. And with the Smart Points plan, I had something like 56 points. That was my dailies plus my 42 weeklies, so I had a hell of a lot of points. But I was still quite a big girl. I was about 23.5 stone when I joined WW, so I was still quite big. Therefore I had a lot of points. When I joined, I went straight from Slimming World to WW. I didn't even have like the day off because I'm starting a new plan tomorrow. I didn't even do that. I literally went Slimming World one day, joined with the app, starting WW. That's literally what I did. I lost about 6 or 7 pounds in my first week with WW. I ate every single one of my points that I had available. From the very beginning, I've always weighed and measured everything, and I always have all the way through. That first week I had a McDonald's breakfast. I had my first chocolate bar in 8 months. I'd had a packet of crisps. It was a revelation to me because I personally had cut everything out with Slimming World. I made that conscious decision that I wasn't going to eat any rubbish when I was doing Slimming World. So when I switched to WW, it was like I can have a packet of crisps and I don't feel guilty because it's in my points. And that's kind of what I can't get my head around, when people feel guilty about eating their weeklies. Your diet before WW was probably not the best. You would probably have takeaways, all sorts. You'd have massive bars of chocolate. You'd basically, your eating was obviously not good, which is why you've joined WW in the first place. You're going to be on a points. You have a points budget. They have given you a points budget to use. Even on their website, they say, don't be afraid to use your weekly smart points. We've calculated them into your overall budget, and our research shows that using them won't stall your weight loss. In fact, they're a great way to keep things flexible and livable, which is exactly what I think. That's what I've always thought about them, and that's why I've used them. When you first start, obviously you're highly motivated and you want to lose as much weight as possible. I remember my coach saying once, there was an awful lot of people in my class that never use their weeklies, and I remember her saying once, you might lose £0.5 pound more a week from not using your weeklies. What is £0.5 pound? In the long run, it's thinking about maintenance. I've been in maintenance now for 21 months. Maintenance is a whole different ball game to losing weight. It is totally different. Losing the weight, you have a goal. It's to lose the weight. It doesn't matter what your goal weight is. Your goal and your aim while you're losing is to lose weight. That's all that was going through my head. Maintenance, a whole different ball game. It's totally different. And obviously you get extra dailies in that, But without my weeklies, I just seriously would struggle when it comes to maintenance. And it's about thinking long term and thinking ahead. You could get to goal as quickly as you like without using your weeklies, and that'd be fine. But when it comes to maintenance, your body's not going to be used to using those weeklies, and that's what was going through my head the whole time that I was losing was I need these to lose weight. I need these to make this a lifestyle change. Sorry, I can still lose weight with using my weeklies, and I can make this doable and livable. But in the long term, and it's purely for me, it's about the long term. I've lost a little bit of weight before, and then it's gone straight back on. I've said on previous videos, to me, every single time I've started a weight loss plan, it's been a diet. And I've been waiting for that diet to end, and it's only when I got it in my head that actually no, this isn't a diet, this is how I'm going to have to live my life to remain at this weight. Well, I want to be lower than this, but to remain at this kind of weight, I need to be able to live, and that's what my weeklies do. I've seen an awful lot of posts, quite a few new people after Christmas, and people were saying, well, this week I've not used any of my weeklies. I've got a blue dot every day. I'm not even going to discuss blue dots, I've already discussed it on a previous video, and I've not used all my dailies, and I've not lost any weight, or I've gained, or I've stayed the same, or I've only lost a pound. Don't even get me started on the I've only lost a pound, because seriously, sometimes I would love to only lose a pound. But it's, as far as I'm concerned, your body needs fuel to survive. If you're not even using all your dailies, never mind your weeklies, your body's going to hold on to it's going to go into starvation mode, as far as I'm concerned. That's what happens to me. If I eat too little, I go into starvation mode and I don't lose any weight. The same happens to me if I increase my exercise. I don't lose any weight, because I then don't increase my calorie intake to compensate for that. I can't use my fit points. It's a personal thing, because I have no self-control. Hence why I got so big in the first place. I have tried to use my fit points when I increased my exercise previously. My coach said to me, use half of them. Now, half of my fit points at that point were like 100, I think it was 125 at one point, fit points. You can't give me 125 points to use, never mind my weeklies and my dailies, because I'm going to think it's a bloody party. And I did. I used them all, and I used all of them. The rest, in fact, I just went on a huge binge. So fit points are just out for me. I don't use them, I never have, and I just can't. But when it comes to weeklies, I'm a huge advocate of use them. They're there to be used. It's a lifestyle change. If it's going to make you lose £0.5 pound extra a week, I would rather have 42 extra points a week, or however many you get weekly wise, because seriously, that's what they're there for. Like WW say, it's there to make it livable and flexible. They want you to lose weight. They're not going to give you a load of points that are going to continue to make you maintain or put weight on. It's just not going to happen. You're going from eating a huge amount of calories and you're decreasing them. But what's the point in decreasing them to the point when you're not using your weeklies? You might as well just use your weeklies. That's what they're there for. This is just my personal opinion around weeklies, and I know some people don't use them and they choose not to use them, and that's absolutely fine. If you can make it livable and doable without using your weeklies, that's brilliant, but I personally can't do that. And for anyone just starting out, please just use them. Like I said, if you use them 1 week and you don't lose, don't take that as you won't lose with your weeklies, because our bodies do odd things. I can have 2 weeks of gains and then lose like £6, or I can at the moment I'm quite stagnant. I did lose £2 last week, but at the moment I'm quite bloated and I'm quite stagnant. That's not because I'm using my weeklies. I actually get into the mindset of, oh, I'm bloated at the moment, maybe it's something I've eaten. It's not. I have literally had huge bloats. I've had like a stone gain from a bloat before. And I've cut out lentils, I've cut out eggs, I've cut out milk, I've cut out cheese, I've cut out bread. I've been tested for gluten intolerance, I've been tested for loads, and seriously, I'm not intolerant to anything, but even now my brain's going, don't eat too much bread because it could be bread. It's not bread. I had bread last week and I didn't bloat. Anyway, I'm wittering now. Thank you for tuning in. That's my personal thoughts on weeklies. They're your points, do with them what you will, use them, don't use them, but to make it doable and to make it livable, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to use every single one every single week. And this week I've had a corker. I had a massive bar of Aero caramel that Heron are now selling. I had half of that for 14 points, got the other half in the fridge. I was tempted to have it yesterday, but instead I went for bran flakes instead. Who knew I would go for bran flakes over a chocolate bar, but I did. So when it comes to weeklies, that's my thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. See you later. Goodbye.